He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another story time. Hey, Ange fam, welcome to My Mom Saved Him. Now, I got to give y'all a little backstory, a little story in the story because I need it to make sense and I got to set the scene. It got to make sense for me. Okay? Capricorn, it got to make sense. Hold on. Let me get ready to just go. Hold on. Okay, that's better because when I'm chewing gum, like I completely forget. Even though this is a FaceTime call and it's supposed to give like, girl, we on the phone for real. We on the phone for real because I'm recording on my phone, but I'm just saying, like, I like my stuff to come out clear. And I notice when I'm chewing gum, I be popping in y'all ear and stuff. And that's rude. That's rude. So anyway, I like to set the scene. Okay. So for the African American community, that church thing, y'all have been brainwashed with because that was not our religion. That's not who we were serving. When we became slaves, that's what was forced upon us because they were using the Bible to convince y'all slavery was good. Evil is good. Slavery is good. Here you go. If y'all would have went to the movie and supported, dang, what's the name? I keep forgetting of the movie all the time. Dang, I'm gonna have to put his picture in. This actor, because once he came out with his movie, he was acting because he acted in Skin, and y'all ate that movie up because he did so well in that movie, and it was true, basically about the police and how they treat black men. I don't remember his name because he was in a lot of movies until he did Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation, y'all was like at that when he came out there, y'all was like, I don't want to see another slave movie. I'm tired of slave movies. The whole point is y'all need to watch those movies. Yes, they are gonna make you mad. They're going to stir up your feelings, and that is the point. But you need to know what's going on previous and understand so you can get the concept of how things fell into place. But y'all at that point in time was like, oh, I want to see a slave movie. And then this girl came out and said he sexually assaulted her. And even though he did not deny it, he was like, yeah, I did. I was in college. A situation happened. I think both of them were under the under the influence of alcohol. And he was like, I did my time. But she came out again, like afterwards. And I'm not saying she should let it go, but he didn't deny it. He did his time or whatever. And so she kind of killed the movie. And then y'all was like, oh, I don't want to see another slave movie. In that movie, because I would ask a couple of preachers of who teach Christianity, it was like, how did our people, like our ancestors become Christians? Because we weren't Christians on the slave ship. We were stolen. So how did we become Christians? And nobody had an answer. Nobody had an answer. The ones that I asked, nobody had an answer. They didn't really know. But I watched Birth of a Nation. I told y'all I'm the type of person where I feel like I need to know for myself. So I'm going to go watch for myself. So when somebody be like, girl, that movie suck. And I go watch it and I be like, well, I like it. Like a lot of y'all didn't like After Earth. I did. I liked it. I liked it. So I don't understand why y'all didn't, but it's different strokes for different folks. Yeah, that's the whole beauty in being different people and different humans. You like different things. Now y'all trying to make everybody look the same, everybody like the same, everybody do the same, everybody same, as almost like y'all becoming our robots. Robots. Wally. Yeah. Like, anyway. So I went to go watch it. And so in that movie, his character as a little boy was picked like a toy, so to speak. Basically during slavery time, the Caucasian like kids are able to go pick a slave, go pick black kids as their toy, as their playmates to play dates, but not necessarily play dates, to keep them entertained. Have somebody to play with, because your mama don't feel like doing it. Your daddy is busy running the plantation. So they pretty much, you could go pick a slave. This is a slave you own. You pick it's a toy. So they pick a child that they like. So the girl, if I'm not mistaken, the daughter ended up picking this little boy. She ended up liking him because they was playing together, because he was a child on the plantation, or either he was in a lineup. It's been a long time since I watched the movie. But they end up picking him, and the mama end up falling for him, because you know how sometimes movie reference Color Purple. Remember Miss Millie? You want to be my maid? Your kids are so clean. You want to be my maid? They're so cute. Yeah, so you end up falling for the little boy, then end up teaching him how to read. And you are proud of the simple fact, because you know they think we are stronger, can take all this pain, but they also think that we dumb, like we don't have a brain, right? So when you teach them how to read, you teach us how to read, it's like, oh my God, look at this miracle. And the whole time, like, we're not illiterate. You are. Your way of thinking. Anyway, so yeah, he's reading the Bible, reading proudly. She's showing him off. They're showing him, showing him off in church, like you're showing him off or whatever. And because he is the toy of your daughter, like you get to tell him when he can come and go see his mama, right? So he gets older and start comprehending, and not just reading or replying, reading something and just reading it to reply. You start comprehending and start understanding before you start replying. And then it's like, hold up. Why am I coming in here preaching to my people? And he started looking at his people who was beat down and what lashes all on their back, and trying to, you get in here and get them riled up so they can get back in the field and work, because that's what the Bible was used for. And he started reading to comprehend. So basically, he took it, turned it around to use it for our good, and started getting them riled up, but also starting reading the scriptures to them to say, your enemies will be made your footstools, your, stuff to get them riled up, basically talking about the slave masters. And they started noticing that, and they like, hold on, which is how he was able to convince them to come on, get a revolution going, and started making plans to end up going to take down all the slave masters. And he was like, and we need to chop their heads because they're the enemies. That's the head of the snake. So he was going around hitting every slave master and chopping their head off in the middle of the night. He had a group. He done comprehend the Bible and was like, these people using the Bible against us, using it for us to get out here and work in the field, because we were not Christians. That was not our religion. While we was on those ships, they used that to put us in the field for slavery, to tell you slavery is good. Slavery is good. Oh, slavery is good. Anyway, how they got caught was because they was hitting them. Boom, body after body after body after body, coming up with plans. It's like, you're not illiterate like they want you to think. And he started preaching to his own people and telling his own people, like, we can come up with this plan, we can do this, we could go for our freedom. And this one boy who was like, I think 11, 12, and that, so to speak, who grew up on the plantation, started realizing what they were doing. Black boy. And they told his father, like, leave him on the plantation. He don't need to know what we doing. Leave him on the plantation. He's like, no, he need to see this. He need to see how we are rising up, how we coming up against them. So the boy has no clue because all he knows is the plantation. So he feels like, if you go against master, like you doing the wrong thing. You go against the master. What are you doing? Master feeds us. Master scraps and master take care of us. Master clothes us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you were taught. So when you found out that this group that Nate had come up with in a plan to come up with to take out all the slave masters, you went and told your slave master. You snitched on your own people. Yeah, you were a little boy, but you knew right from wrong, but you snitched on your own people. So that's how he was able to get caught, which we don't know where that man body is, and according to history books assumption, they dismembered him. They dismembered him, boiled him up. They don't even know where the man body parts is because of how you did the slave masters before you got caught, because the only reason you got caught was because the little boy told on you, right? Once he got older, according to the movie, the little boy understood, because as you got older, you realize like the slave masters are not for you. They beating the out of you. They tearing you down. Like, you are a slave. And you realized what Nate was doing. So then it was like, oh, okay, let me, you know what I'm saying, get it together. You end up being in the army, like fighting against slavery or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And I was still mad. But anyway, the reason of that was to reference the Bible. So fast forward, now I am a young child, middle school, and baby, I do not want to go to church. Do not want to go to church. Had to be forced. Why are we doing this every Sunday? Because at this point in time, remember, y'all, I am being assaulted in my house. So with me being assaulted in my house, God ain't real. Ain't no way you telling me God is real, because I'm praying and saying, please stop letting this man touch me. This does not feel good. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, please stop. God, please, if you just remove him, And every morning, like, he's staying there. It's to the point where I was praying that you would die. I was being touched so much. I smelled like that man's job, and I had never even been to that job. I had never been to that place. To the point where I was scraping my skin. So when older ladies would come and say I'm lying and I'm trying to ruin his marriage because I was jealous of my mama. Girl, the trauma. So I don't want to do church. I can't stand church. And then we are in church all day long. You trying to tell me all these hours that we ain't here, we need all these hours for God to hear me? We need all these hours for God to hear me. And then he don't hear me. He ain't listening because I'm still praying like, please, okay, take this away from me. And at this point in time, excuse me, at this point in time, like, my mama knows. You know. We have been to 2 different churches at this point in time. We have been members of 2 different churches. Because he, after the 11,999 times of you being a drug abuser, booger, sugar connoisseur, you want to become a deacon, or you go join the church and they make you a deacon. Back in the woods. Church back in the woods, small as I'll get out. Man, the church grew. They came out of the woods. They got a big little church now or whatever. I think they still got a church. I don't know. Don't give me the line. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, you become a deacon, so we got to leave our home church to come to over here to this church. That's in Church Chronicles, y'all. So yeah. But anyway, this particular time, like, we're at our home church, the church that my granddaddy was a deacon at, my grandma was a deaconess. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of my family go to this church. So we're at this church, and it's a battle. And at one point, I started going to the church across the street, which is a Caucasian church. But because I know Caucasians, they're done in an hour. Praise and worship, collection, got done, sermon, benediction, hour. We start at 11, out at 12. Done. We ain't got to worry about it. Done. Do you hear me? Done. So it's like, oh, I thought y'all. You told me the only place I need to do, only thing I got to do is go to church. Go to church over there, baby. My grandma stopped there. She was like, stop going to church with them white people. Anyway, I'm in church. Being forced to go to Sunday school is my point. So I'm being forced to go to Sunday school, and we're sitting in Sunday school. So at this point in time, my grand aunt is the teacher. And a lot of the kids who don't like me in my class, because you would go to class by age group. Babies, which the mega churches now call it children's church, but still they separated by age group. So the babies are with the babies. And then there's like class such and such. I can't remember my age group. I think at this point in time, I think it was like 7 to 13. Because they would dismiss us by age. And I remember our classroom, when you walk into my home church, you hit that left, and when you hit that left, you go straight to that corner. It's a door right there. That was our classroom. That was our classroom. I don't know what they use it for. I don't know if that was for the ushers or whatever. I don't know. But that was our classroom during this time. So the kids in this classroom don't like me because I can read better than them. Here's the thing. To read better, to be a good reader, you just read more. And I told y'all I love books. I would chase down the bookmobile, which is a mobile library, like I would chase down the ice cream truck. I love to read because it was like, oh, more knowledge. And then I would get the knowledge. And then when people think like I didn't know what I was talking about, or I didn't know how to do things, like Matilda. I love Matilda. I love that movie. But like Matilda could read. Matilda had got all the math stuff. She had got all the stuff together. She knew how to do whatever. And then when she figured out like she had powers or whatever, she went and read up on that. You know what I'm saying? But play dumb. Yeah. Yeah. So I could read, but it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play like I don't know nothing, because if you tell these people you know something, it's either you trying to be too grown, or you too big for your britches. Who you talking to? Yeah. But I kind of, once going to therapy, realized, I was like, oh, our parents didn't have no idea. You're descendants of slaves. You don't have a clue what you're doing. All you know is you're not doing what I say, because that's what your parents went through. My grandmother did not have an opportunity to go to school. She had to drop out of school. And my aunt could not remember. Either she had to drop out at 3rd grade or 7th grade, because she couldn't remember between her and my grandfather. Both of them had to drop out of school to work to help the family get money. They could not do education, which is why my grandmother pushed a lot of stuff as far as education, standing on your own, because she did not have the opportunities to do that. So anyway, at this point in time, they don't like me, and I'm sitting by my grand aunt, and my grand aunt is on a power trip too, because you're my grand aunt. She is my grandfather's sister. So you on a power trip, so I have to sit by you every Sunday. And because I'm the best reader, I have to read. And I'm saying, give these other people an opportunity to read, because I'm tired of these people not liking me, because I'm going through stuff at home. There's no safe space at this point. It's supposed to be a safe space at church, but it's not. Humans are weird. Are weird, bro. Like, y'all are weird. So yeah. So it's supposed to be the safe space in church. It's not, because my grand aunt is using me as a weapon to read, because she don't want the other kids to read, because they take too long to read, because they don't read at home. So they read like, the people who get called on the class, and they read like, little Johnny had 5 apples. That's how they read. And we're in, at this point in time, 5th, 6th grade, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken. It was 5th or 6th grade. It might have been a little before then. No, I think it was after, because I think my grandmother was already gone. Because my grandmother passed when I was in 6th grade. So I think it was after that. It was after that. It was after that. It was after that. Yeah. So we're like 6th, 7th grade, somewhere in there, right? And so it's like, and then my grand aunt, you have a sharp tongue, meaning smart mouth, right? So it's like once they start reading, she figure out like they read kind of slow, which means you're just not getting enough practice. The more you practice, the better you read, the more retention, the more information you retain. This is what I tell my son all the time too. When he was like, oh, I can't stand this. Oh, I can't stand this. And I was like, you're just not doing it enough. And you being intimidated by it because you're not doing it enough. Once you do it enough, you do it repeatedly, you get comfortable with it, you conquer it. So yeah. So I was like, you're just not doing it enough. So like I would try to, because the girl, like it was two girls, one boy out of the group that was in my classroom. And there was this one girl who, I need to do that story time about her. It was this one girl who she would like she did not care. She still had like her baby teeth, the small teeth, it just wasn't silver cap. So you bad as she like would make, anytime my grandma be like, okay, Angel Reed, she'll and I'd be like, looking back, it's funny now. I be trying not to laugh during these story times, but I be looking back like as kids and I be like, ooh, some dumb stuff that don't make sense, even though it's some adults like that now. So anyway, she would, and at this point in time, Jerry curls are in. So what y'all call now Gina curls. Girl, they was doing Jerry curls for like $50, $60. Y'all charging them people $1,000. Y'all scamming. Anyway, this Jerry curls the end. So both of the girls had Jerry curls. I didn't have a Jerry curl at this point in time. I don't think I had cut my hair off. At this point in time, I think my hair is long. So that made it worse. And I'm keep telling y'all, like, it started before it got to the white women. It was us too. With the hair stuff and skin color and ooh. Anyway. So yeah, so both of the girls got short hair, Jerry curls. Hers didn't take good because you have like where you can tell like her perm hair because it's straight, and some of them have curls, and then some of her hair sticking straight up. And then like a lot of their clothes were hand me down because if I'm not mistaken, they were foster kids, but like family members, but like foster kids. So basically, you don't had a hard life. You don't had it hard, right? You don't had it hard. So it's like you upset because you think my life is so much better because y'all see this 2-story house. My clothes is from Kmart, but they match, but they're better than yours. They're not hand-me-down. They're brand new, right? And now, and it's long hair. I can read. Like you think my life is so much better than the whole time in my house. I'm being assaulted. But you mad, livid that I can read. Hold on, y'all. I gotta call y'all back. Okay, so I had to call y'all back. Don't look at the hair. I'm doing laundry right now. I don't need the hair in my face. It's getting ready to come out. Bear with me. So anyway, so at this point in time, like, she livid. She livid because my grand aunt, which is not the same grand aunt who told me to stop going to church with the white people. It's a different grand aunt. And she told me, like, you keep calling on me to read. So I'm the type of person, when I get fed up with something, I'm gonna ask questions. It don't take me to get fed up, but I'm gonna put you on Front Street. I'm gonna call you out type situation. It's like, I know you see these kids don't like me. Why you keep calling me? So I asked her, I was like, why you won't let them read? Like, let them read. These kids don't like me. Why you won't let them read? Just let them read or whatever. And she was like, no, they take too long. She was like, no, they take too long. She was like, that's something that their parents should have to deal with at home. Here's the thing, you don't know what people are going through at home, bro. That don't mean they get the opportunity to read. Like, you don't know what these kids going through. And if they not reading at home, let them read here. Let them read here. So you know, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the target because these kids mad at me because they can, you know, like I can read, right? So lo and behold, my aunt end up my grandaunt end up getting sick, right? So with her end up getting sick, she is no longer my Sunday school teacher. And so like she had first started getting sick, she started sitting right beside me because she made me sit beside her. So I was the one who always had to read, who always had to read. She was sitting beside me and I'm reading, and all of a sudden, like, she couldn't see. Now she wore glasses anyway, but she couldn't see. She had ended up going blind, and so she was like, I just got this headache and I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I can't see. Like, she took her glasses off. I remember this, like, in memory. I can't see, and she took her glasses off and she kept rubbing her eyes. She kept rubbing her eyes. She was like, I just can't see. I don't know what's going on. And she ended up getting sick. She ended up getting really sick, like, ended up in the hospital. And lo and behold, supposedly they didn't know what was wrong with her, but later on, Rumor Mill Street Committee, they said she had HIV. By the time she got in the hospital, it was AIDS. And this is when it was like, just starting to come up. This is Rumor Mill. I don't know if that was true or not. I never really confirmed or denied, even asked my mom. I just went off the rumors. I really didn't care because at this point in time, like, mine done gone on to glory. I don't know if that was true or not. Rumor Mill Street Committee, because she was married. And, but most of the time you just saw her. You barely saw her husband. Most of the time you just saw her. And so she was married. And so Rumor Mill Street Committee was the husband was doing his thing out with other people and brought it back to her. And then she ended up, going on to glory about it. And you didn't like I said, it was just starting, but you didn't say nothing. It was just like we didn't find out until she got, sick in the hospital, died, went on, got her wings, went to see Jesus. So anyway, so yeah, so that's what it was. That's what literally now she anyway, oh, okay, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was what the street committee was saying. I didn't confirm, deny my aunt thought going on. So now it's another Sunday school teacher. Stay with me, gonna bless you. It's another Sunday school teacher, and she had been in the church for a long time, but she is also like a very active grandmother. Like, she got a lot of kids, and that means she got a lot of grandkids. And so, like, she had just had a set of twins, grandkids. Had just had her daughter had just had a set of twins, right? Not just had, like, they might have been, I would say 6-7 months, somewhere in there, 6-7 months. And so, for whatever reason, like, usually I'm very good with kids, very good with babies. I usually don't have a problem with them, but for whatever reason, it was a boy and a girl. The little girl would not come to me because, like, we love babies. She would not come to me. She would. And I was like, that little girl don't like me. And I was cool with realizing that. It was like 1 out of 100. I'm cool with it. I ain't got a problem. You know what I'm saying? 1 out of 100. Can't win them all. So, hey, she don't like me. I'm gonna let it be. So she was our Sunday school teacher for a little while, and she wasn't all that good. But what I would say, she was letting the other kids read. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Even though that didn't take, like, the mark in my back for the knife off of me, because they still didn't like me, because you still think, you know what I'm saying, pass by the house, you see 2-story house, you automatically think, like, oh, we got money, it's a mansion type situation. No. Like, her life is perfect. Whole time I'm fighting for my life. Oh, y'all trying to kill me.
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all trying to kill me.
Swear. So anyway, so yeah, so it was like she letting the other kids read. And so this one particular, I don't even know what the dang on Bible situation was about, because Sunday school is for you to learn the Bible more, right? I don't even know what the passage was about, what we was learning about, but I do know we end up having like this powwow at the end, right? And so, cause she ended up having her grandbaby in there, and so like the other kids wanted to hold her, but she wouldn't go to nobody. So when she wouldn't go to nobody, I felt a little better. I was like, oh, this baby just don't like nobody. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing wrong with that. It's like I just want my grandparents, my mama. I don't want to talk. I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all. So I just want, I just want them. So I didn't feel bad after I noticed that. And so she was like, because everybody had tried to hold the baby but me. And so she was like, Andrew, you don't want to hold the baby? I said, that little girl don't like me. That little girl don't like me. And so she was like, now why would you say that? Because it's the truth. I was like, that little girl don't like me. And so she was like, why would you say something like that? And I was like, because it's the truth. And I was at the moments that I could in skating on ice, I would be the sharp tongue, because it's like, y'all don't know like the truth. Like instead of me, like I would sharp tongue, brutally honest type situation, right? So I was like, that little girl don't like me. Like she made it very clear she don't want to come to me, and I ain't trying to force her to. And so she went into this spiel of the Bible, like, if your spirit is willing and accepting, the baby will come to you. And I was like, oh, so everybody in here, our spirit ain't willing and the baby don't want to come to none of us, because she did not want to come to nobody except like her cousin. Her cousin was in the class. She know her. So of course she want to come with her. She know her. She play with her. And so she was like, no. And I was like, she don't want to go to her. She don't want to go to her. She don't want to go to him. She don't want to come to me. She go to her because that's her cousin. She know her. But everybody else, so we all got bad spirits. Like our spirit is not willing. She's like, no, I'm going to show you. So she's doing this example. And so she's just, you just got to relax. You just got to relax. And so I'm calling the baby, come here, baby. Making a fool of myself. Come here, baby. And the baby is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come here, baby. Come here. And so she was like, no, it's just your spirit. Your spirit is, it has to be willing. And so at this point in time, like I'm catching on. It's like, lady, you're trying to make a fool out of me. Because truth be told, there was some kids who made grown adults insecure. Okay? So you're trying to make a fool out of me. That's what you're trying to do. Hold on, y'all. Anyway. Yeah, so at this point, it's like, lady, you trying to make a fool out of me. You're trying to make a fool out of me, because there are kids, as I just stated, that make grown adults insecure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me knock you down. Let me chop you down, because some adult probably chopping you down, or it happened to you as a kid. So it's like, let me just keep giving the gift that keep on giving. Let me chop you down too. You know what I'm saying? Because outside looking in, you don't have a clue. You just looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Matching clothes, long hair, confident. Even though I got all this ish going on, I'm still trying to be confident in myself, right? So I was like, man, you trying to make a fool out of me. You trying to make a fool out of me. Okay. So now you on my radar, and I don't like you. Because anybody you trying to make a fool out of me for no reason, and you trying to humble me, you trying to, bring me down a notch. Nah, baby. I need to let you, you know what I'm saying? Move on around. Anyway, so she had did that, but before we got out of Sunday school, she had asked, like, everybody in here, God is love. Everybody in here love each other. So, of course, the kids who don't like me, no, we don't. Everybody in here don't love each other. We don't like her. Now, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. You ask them why. So the boy was like, she read better than me. He literally said, we kids, y'all. She read better than me. So she said, well, Angel, how did you become a good reader? By reading. I continued to practice. I wasn't a good reader. I continued to read, and I actually enjoy reading. So if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. I enjoy reading. So I read all the time. I have books. That's how I became a good reader. So he was like, oh, yeah, you don't like school. You got a hard life. You got ish going on. Like I said, you adopted. You probably going house to house, pillar to post. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not thinking about reading. You thinking about safety. So here I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't safe, but I'm in my joint, and reading is an escape for me. It's a safe space. It's a safe space for me. So I read. Oh. So the girls, why you don't like her? She thinks she all that. She got long hair and all this stuff. She got long hair. Her skin. Look at her skin. Well, baby, I can't do nothing about the skin. So the lady is like, well, you know, she can't do nothing about her skin and her hair. She can't do nothing about her hair either. And you know, you don't. And then she got the nice clothes. My clothes come from Kmart. Like, I don't understand. But like I said, I did, because it's like my clothes come from Kmart and yours is hand me down. But girl, I get teased about my brand new Kmart clothes too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to reiterate and say that. I get teased too. Like, this is stuff that happened to me too. Like, I'm not understanding the issue you got going on. Anyway, so yeah. So she was like, yeah, that's not a reason to like people. Everybody, God makes people out different ways, etc., right? Anyway, she didn't last long because we weren't feeling it, and then the class started thinning out, and I was like, I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go. And then she was, you know what I'm saying? She was supposed to be like temporary. So anyway, my cousin ended up taking over. We liked my cousin. My cousin made it fun. She made it fun. Like, we couldn't wait. Oh, you coming? You coming? She ended up taking it over. We was excited for my cousin to be there. And then even when Christmas came around, baby, we got cash. Give me the money. We were excited because she gave money, honey. When I tell y'all, Christmas as a young kid was lit. Because when people used to see you and they knew who my granddaddy was or my grandmama was or who my mama was, it was like, here go $5, here go $10, here go $20. Baby, Christmas was lit. So she ended up giving gifts. So we liked her. We actually did like her. Okay, getting to the meat and potatoes of the story and why I said this. I don't even know what I'm going to title it yet, but I'm just telling this instance. So, one particular Sunday morning, we're in class. We're in Sunday school, and we're reading, like, you know, going on with class. And then all of a sudden, you hear this noise on the outside because the adults are supposed to, like, in the main situation, even though I don't think they was in the main situation. I think they was doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. But the adults are, you know, in the main situation. And you hear this noise. You hear, oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, Lord. Come on. Father, in the name of Jesus. And we like looking around, right? And so my cousin was like, what is going on? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Like, that's all you hear repeatedly. Come on, baby. Come on. So it's like, what the heck is going on? So my cousin stand up, and of course she stand up and she opened the door to see like what's going on, because all you hear is this commotion. Oh Lord, come on, Jesus. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh Lord. Oh, like crying. Like, it's just this commotion going. So it got louder when she opened the door. When she opened it, she's standing there. She's like, and then, like, it's like a group of people over in the corner. So, of course, she walk away from the door to get, like, a closer look. Opportunity for us to come out the door. So, we come out the door. I walk out because, baby, I'm nosy. And I want to know what's going on. So, I walk out the door first. And I'm standing, like, by one of the pews way outside of the door. So, when I get outside of the door, I see my mama holding this baby, and the baby is like limp, literally no movement, nothing. My mama holding this baby. The mama is running behind him. This baby was absolutely gorgeous. He was light skinned. He had red hair. He was so cute. And so the baby limp. I see my mama holding running up the baby with the aisle, the mama running behind the baby, and you hear the ambulance. Woo, 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 woo. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm looking, right? So my mama, like, they running outside to the ambulance. Run outside to get the baby in the ambulance. They run outside to get the baby in the ambulance. When they come in, of course, like, they just go ahead and cancel church. They was like, y'all just go ahead. Everybody go home. Everybody go home. So we get in the car and I'm waiting for my mama to spill the tea. Like, girl, why you had this baby in your arms? This baby is limp. Girl, talk to me. Pour out the tea to me. Because, baby, I'm ready to hit. Like, girl, tell me what's tea. So we sitting in the car. She ain't saying nothing. And I'm like, waiting. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just give you some time, like, the process, because you ain't, you know what I'm saying, like, willingly feeding me. So you not willingly feeding me. Oh baby, no. Oh no. Oh baby, no. I just wait, give you some time after church. You know, we sitting at the table or whatever, baby. I'm gonna find out one way or another. I'm gonna find out. So we sitting, talking or whatever. So her phone rings. And I have learned, you sit and you be quiet. So you can hear. You can hear and you can pick up what's going on. Right? So people are like, the phone ringing off the hook. I'm like, God, what's going on? And every time you answer the phone, you saying, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Like, what's wrong? What happened? So later on, like the next day, you finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, my cousin had came over and you finally started talking. You finally started talking. And so, like, I'm sitting, sitting in the kitchen, they sitting in the living room. And so my cousin came, she was like, girl, you okay? Like, I'm coming to check on you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying if it wasn't for you, that baby wouldn't have made it. And so she was like, yeah, we have to have CPR classes. So, of course, like, well, everybody don't know. Those who peeking in, hey, neighbors, my mom was a cop. So she's like, we have to have CPR classes. So she was like, I'm CPR certified. So, I knew what to do. And so she was like, so what happened? What happened? Like, the baby choked on a coin or something? Like, what happened? She said, no, I don't know. She said, she came in there and she was carrying the baby. The baby was limp, like he had just stopped breathing. She was, hysterical. Of course, that's her baby. It's a baby, like an arm baby. He had to be no more than 6-7 months. Real talk. He might have been younger than that. And so she's screaming. So, mama was like, give me the baby. So she was like, I brought him back and then took him on to the ambulance. And so she was like, oh. And so she was like, no, the mama had called to thank her or whatever. She said, but according to the hospital, according to the doctors, the baby had a stroke. He had a stroke. And it was like, he's so little. Like, he's so, like, for real, baby. Little. Right? So it was like, oh, okay, cool. So that was that, nobody had brought nothing else up again. Everybody was just shocked that the baby had a stroke or whatever. And, time goes on. Time has passed. The baby had done grown up. So we on Facebook. Now we on Facebook. Facebook is popular, lit, whatever. And so the boy, and I was like, oh, look at him now, grew up. Dang, he tall. Like, looking at him, and he had sent me a friend request. And he kept saying, hey, cuz, him and his brother. Hey, cuz. I was like, hey, like, so many people call me cousin. And I promise you, when I say how, I'm not trying to be funny, I honestly don't know, especially on my daddy's side. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't know. And I want to know how we are related. Because sometimes country people, we just be like, hey, cousin. And a lot of times we not really family, but it's just like that person have been, y'all have been hanging around each other for so long. And then it's like, we not biologically related, but it's like, you my auntie. You know what I'm saying? And, but to me, it's like, I have nieces. Like, I don't look at my nieces, even though we're not biologically related. Those are my nieces. I will go fucking hard for my nieces. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about my nieces. Like, real out.
So anyway, yeah, so it was like, okay, like, I just keep it moving because it's like, I don't even know, I don't care, I ain't got time for all that. Hey, child, and keep on going about my business, going about my business. Well, lo and behold, she had started saying, like, it was around the street community, she had started saying, like, one of my cousins was the baby daddy and not who she had said it was when she first had him. And so we was like, because as well, I don't think y'all know, but I would, let people know, like, not in my story time. Me and Leah talk, and when me and Leah talk, I be like, girl, I don't be paying people no attention because my grandaunt, which is Leah's grandmother, would let any and everybody come. You come get a plate. You come get a plate. Like I said, if you know your family, you know your last name, you know your face, come get a plate. It's whatever. So I wasn't thinking nothing of it with them coming to the family reunion and him coming, and he was like, hey cuz, I'm part of the family, hey cuz. I ain't think nothing of it. So again, literally years later, the lady started saying, hey, your cousin is my baby daddy. Your cousin is my baby daddy. And so my other cousin was like, she told me that, like, she had told me that a long time ago. And like my cousin, who she was blaming or accusing to be the baby daddy, he was like, no, that's not my kid. Dude was tall. Now, mind you, he ain't look like none of us, but you was tall like him. And that ain't too many tall people in our family. It's a few here and there. The rest is average, and then most of us are short. But the tall ones, it ain't a lot. It ain't a lot of them. So this man is saying, this boy is tall. This boy is tall. His mama is average. This boy is tall like you. He light bright like you. But okay, like, that don't mean nothing. That just because you was there don't necessarily mean that's your baby. Anyway, time goes on. Time goes on. My cousin done been married and everything, y'all. He married or whatever. And so, like, your current wife at the time, like, is here in this room. And so she's like, if that's true, you cheated on me. And so it's like, I need you to find out if that's your baby or not. And if he's yours, I'm leaving. Well, lo and behold, the boy was his. And mind you, they was already on the way out, but I think that was like her, nail in the coffin for her. And she went on about her business. But yeah, he ended up, so the baby that my mama saved in Sunday school was really our cousin. He was a sneaky link baby. The whole time. And then, like, my mama thinking during that time, she was like, she didn't think nothing of it. Like, not that it would make a difference, like, oh, this is my family member, so I'm gonna go hard for them. Like, it was just a baby not breathing, and so she didn't see power. But the whole time, this was literally like your family, like your blood. Your blood. And nobody knew until years later when this boy was old. So the whole time he saying, hey, cuz his mama done told him we cousins for real, who your daddy is. We like, not knowing you a sneaky link baby. Chill. And that is the story time of the Sunday school show. That's what I'm gonna call it. Sunday school show, honey. The Sunday school show. And that's perfect timing because that means my clothes dry. I love you the mostest. That was rude. I love you the mostest because you're definitely the dopest in real life. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Horrible. I'm hungry. I'm she. Man, she ain't got no chips. I need to turn my car on. I'm cold. Yeah, it's time. my kid? Why my kid here? Oh, I was like, this is my kid. Girl, I saw the person. I'm like, why is he walking down here? I forgot. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot. He made me lose my train of thought. I just realized something. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay, I was just checking.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
I should have been